I like leaning onto comedy. Lime comedy does that for me. If I get a good comedy bit, I forget about everything that's really causing me a lot of angst and it's really going to be positive. So honestly, when you lean into those things that really bring you away from the stress of it all, depending on if you have a great a plan, something that you need to get done, you have a deadline, for you to lean into something that's really going to alleviate that stress is really going to be great. And I would say this to you also, really begin to pay attention to what's happening. You know, a lot of times, if let's just say if you're out of money or something is not, that's not going to be done for something at that moment, are you actually out of money right now? Is everything going to end right now? Are you going to leave right now? Is everything okay right now? Are you okay? Like right now, are you feeling okay? Is everything fine? So you really got to decipher the situation. A lot of times we have to really put it into plain state what's really happening, and when you're able to understand what's really happening, you're going to feel less stressful because actually a lot of times we overreact on certain things thinking that it's bigger than what it has to be, but you really just got to decipher it if it's really going to be something that's going to really change the way it needs to change at that moment. But if it does, begin to strategize how you're going to begin to function with it being better. And a lot of times you need to actually give it to somebody else and just take a pause for yourself. Take a really good pause. Begin to do those things. A lot of times, if we just give somebody else whatever needs to happen at that moment, so you can take a break, it's always going to be a beneficial for yourself. And that is really going to really take away a lot of stress. It really bringing someone else into it, your lanes that you have. And honestly, I believe those are really productive strategies for yourself.
Oh, 24-karat gold bars dropped in D. Come on now, Coach Lekeisha. I want to add something in there because I think about his question, how to handle it. Since I also, I got my own company and stuff, I also work in the corporate space. And we got a simple term we call SNMP, simply not my problem. And what happened is a lot of times I know for myself, speaking, I take on a lot of people burdens, and them burdens come stressful for me, and it create anxiety, it create this standpoint of stress in my life. And once I adopted the concept, it's actually means something in the network space. But when I heard one of my coworkers said that, it changed my life. He said, simply not my problem. That means your urgency is not my emergency. And sometimes what we do, we make other people problems, other things in life, we make it our emergency, and it causes us to go through so much stress. And like you said, how to relax, you take time away, you take breaks, you pause, you breathe, but you have to make the choice to do that. And what happened is we get so caught up in the grind and stuff, we don't take a pause for a second to reflect and gather ourselves together, realize this is important for us to me to address right now. It might need to be addressed, but do it have to be addressed right now? Do I need to put my body through the shock of this moment? Some things you just got to go in. When you got that call, when you mentioned you got that call to go, you had to go to Afghanistan, that's something had to be addressed there. But some things you don't have to be addressed. Some things you can take a moment back and reflect before you actually make a decision, and you have yourself in the right mindset and the right spirit to go forth. So great question, King Antonio Landis. We appreciate you. So we got another question in the house. We want to make sure we take care of that. So the next question comes, and what we're going to do, we're going to focus on that question. So the question you put out there, Tony, from Speaker T, is how do anxiety and panic affect one's ability to focus on the goal, and how can an individual reclaim? Okay. So how does anxiety that affects one's ability to focus? I tell you right now, as a person who's going through anxiety, what it impacts me is it allows me not to think, right? So what happened is I'm so overwhelmed about the moment of what possible could happen that I'm not focused on the goal that what need to be done. And that would happen to me in the past. When anxiety hit, like for example, my challenge was getting up and speak. So, this right here, me doing Wise Going Live at 5 is almost a miracle, because it was a time I wouldn't be able to get up and want to speak in front of anybody. I'm like being in the background, like a producer in the background, leave me in my own corner. Hello, everyone. This is Jay Mullane, also known as Wise. If you like the content, Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and definitely share. If you want to know more information, go to www.wisegoinglive.com. Also, remember this: love is an action word. While you're taking the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. Also, check out any other videos on this channel. All right, take care, everybody. Peace.